Hello my dear students, I am Miss Heba. I'm your biology teacher for this year, and this is going to be our first session. In this quarter we are going to study plants. We are going to study plants, plant cells, plant tissues. So in order to study plants correctly, we should start with the structure of the plant cell. Okay, and the plant cell is known as eukaryotic cell. So this is the plant cell. It's known, like we said, as a eukaryotic cell. This means that it has a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. We are going to study each organelle separately. But first, let's take a general look. This is the plant cell. It has a cell wall, a cell membrane, cytoplasm. It's a jelly-like fluid inside the cell, mitochondria, chloroplast, large vacuole, nucleus, ribosomes, and Golgi apparatus. The cell wall is a distinctive character for the plant cell, meaning that only plant cells have a cell wall, while animal cells, which are also eukaryotic cells, they lack the cell wall. They only have the cell membrane. Okay, so let's begin with the distinctive character, the cell wall. The cell wall, this is a slide of a plant cell. Okay, this is the cell wall. It is located outside the cell membrane. It is composed of cellulose, it's a sugar, glycoproteins, lignin, pectin, and hemicellulose. Again, it has cellulose, glycoproteins, lignin, pectin, and hemicellulose. You can see these parts here in this diagram of the cell wall. So what is the function of the cell wall? The cell wall has many functions. First, it protects the cell and gives the cell its structural support. So it gives the cell the structural support. It gives the cell its shape. It also protects the cell against mechanical stress. Okay, it protects the cell from any outside pressure. It provides the cell form and the structure, like we said before. Also, it controls what can enter the cell and what can get outside. So it acts like a filter. Okay, it filters the molecules passing in and out the cell. Number 2 is the cell membrane. It's lies beneath the cell wall, so we can call it cell membrane or a plasma membrane. When you look at the plasma membrane, it looks like a semi-permeable membrane, meaning that it can allow some materials or some molecules to pass out or inside the cell, but doesn't allow other molecules, depending on the cell need, to pass. Okay, so its function is to facilitate or regulate the passage of certain substances across the cell. Number 3 is the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like material, like a filling inside the cell. Okay, and it carry all other organelles of the cell. it's found on both plant and animal cells. It's like we said, like a jelly material, okay, and support and protect all the cell organelles. Let's start with the main organelles of the cell. First of all, we should mention the nucleus. The nucleus is very important for the cell. It's a membrane-bound structure, and it is present only in eukaryotic cells. This means that prokaryotic cells like bacteria doesn't have this kind of organelle. They don't have nucleus, okay? Only plant cells and animal cells have a nucleus. The nucleus consists of nuclear membrane. This membrane is perforated and contains nuclear pores. It has a chromatin, which carry the genetic material of the cell, and a nucleus. What is the function? What is the main function of nucleus? Its main function is to store the DNA informations of the cell, whether it is a plant cell or animal cell. What is the importance of this DNA material? It's very important in case of cell division or for metabolism and for the organism itself to grow. We said that it has many parts. Like we said, it has a nucleus, and there is the nuclear membrane, which is perforated, okay? This membrane is perforated and it has nuclear pores, okay? This nuclear pores allow proteins and nucleic acid to pass through. Plastids also are membrane-bound organelles. They have their own DNA. There are many types of plastids, okay? There is the chromoplast, the chloroplast, you may be familiar with chloroplast, and leucoplast. The main function of plastids is to carry out photosynthesis, especially in case of chloroplasts, and they are also used in synthesis of many molecules which form the building blocks of the cell. Do you mean what is the building blocks of the cell? It means they form the main parts required for the formation of the cell itself. So we said we have leucoplasts, chloroplasts, and chromoplasts. Let's take a closer look. These are the chloroplasts. This is the shape of chloroplasts. Chloroplasts contain something you are very familiar with. It is called as, yes, it's the chlorophyll. It's a green pigment, okay? This is what gives the chloroplast the green color, chlorophyll. And what is the main function of chlorophyll? Yes, it absorbs the sunlight in the photosynthesis process, okay, to produce sugar. Okay, the chromoplast, this is the shape of chromoplast. It has what is called carotenoids. It is called carotenoid, sorry, and it is red or orange pigments, okay? Mainly chromoplasts are found in flowers and fruits, so it gives the flowers or fruits its color. The leucoplasts, actually leuco means without color, okay? It lacks color. This is why it's called leuco. And so it has, right, it has no pigment, it has no color, it's only used to store starch, okay, but it can't carry out photosynthesis. This is pretty much our lesson for today. Hope it's easy for you, and see you next session inshallah. Goodbye.